Hello. One of my favourite films is High Society. Now, some people think the version called The Philadelphia Story is better, The Philadelphia Story. But does it have Grace Kelly and Louis Armstrong in it with songs by Cole Porter? It does not. Now, in the film High Society, Grace Kelly plays a glamorous, witty, proud, and quite unforgiving woman. And her father, midway through the film, says, "You have a good mind, Tracy. You have everything it takes, except the one essential, an understanding heart. Without it, you might just as well be made of bronze." An understanding and generous heart. It's always a lovely description of someone, that they have a big heart. The disciple Mary, sister of Lazarus, does have a generous heart. In John 12, Mary took a pound of costly perfume made of pure nard, anointed Jesus' feet, and wiped them with her hair. Some say Mary, Lazarus' sister, and Mary Magdalene, after whom this church is named, are two different people. But Jesus seems to disagree. He says to the disciples after Mary anoints his feet, "Leave her alone so that she may keep it, the rest of the perfume, for the day of my burial." And the next time in John's Gospel we see someone called Mary going to Jesus' tomb to anoint his body, it's Mary Magdalene. So Mary Magdalene and Mary, Lazarus' sister, might not have been the same person, but John, writing the Gospel, certainly seems to think they are. And it fits with what we know of Mary Magdalene, Mary and her generous heart. Mary shows us how to live the life of a generous-hearted disciple. She's generous with her personal possessions, yes, and generous with her time, attention, her talents, even her reputation. Mary recognized that as God is generous to us, so we should be generous to others. And her act of generosity points to what is the fundamental truth of living the life of a generous-hearted disciple. It all springs from her relationship with Christ. It is that relationship that inspires and guides the generosity, and her generosity is in response to it. The more we are open to seeing and feeling God's love for us, the more we love in return. It's a different way of looking at the world and our life. Many people think, what should I do with what I have earned? A better way of looking at things is to ask oneself, what should I do with what God has given me? And a way to put this is to ask, what does God want me to do and give from what God has provided me? What does God want me to do and give from what God has provided me? As the Quakers so beautifully put it, attend to what love requires of you. Have an understanding heart, live a generous life, and remember where our generosity comes from. It comes from God. As I sit here in Mary Magdalene's church, may we hold her up as an example and live generous lives with what we have been given. Amen.